In the headlines, Chief of Army Staff charges Special Forces to be ruthless on armed groups as he launches Operation Restore Hope 2. President Buhari, former President Jonathan, others attend Democracy Day parade. 11 released victims of Kaduna train attack reunite with their families. Away from Nigeria, Saudi Arabia eases mask mandate as first Hajj pilgrims arrive. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I am Ayuba Ilya. Thank you for joining. And now the details. 11 kidnapped passengers from the March 28 Kaduna train attack who were released last weekend have been reunited with their families. The victims were released following a series of negotiations with the federal government after spending 11 weeks in captivity. Upon their release, they were first taken to Abuja for debriefing and were later brought back to Kaduna on Monday, where they were handed over to their families by the military. The Mayor of Ilorin, Ibrahim Sulu Gambari, has called on retired military officers to come together and offer expertise to the federal government on how to end the insecurity across the country. The monarch gave the advice while receiving members of the 25th Regular Corps who paid him a courtesy visit in his palace in Ilorin. The Mayor, who noted that all parts of the country are witnessing one form of insecurity or the other, and believes that the experience garnered by the retired military men will go a long way in helping the country overcome the challenges.
At war already. Don't let anybody deceive for people like us that we are not at war. We are at war. You open your newspaper in the morning or your radio, how many people were killed? 35 there, 50 there. As if we are not in the war. War needs no rule. There's no rule in the war. They can come and kill you in your bedroom or go to your backyard when they want to kill you. But the issue is they come to kill you. They have come in to kill you now. The Northeast has been almost battered and captured. The Northwest is the turn. Now, the South, the Southeast and everything, the North Central, of course, is one way or the other, done here, half later.
He knows why he said that. The retired military generals or retired military officers should come together. Based on the situation today in this country, these are experienced Nigerians, okay, that have served in different capacities. And anything to do with security, the military people are exposed to it. So truly, there are efforts, okay, in coming together as retired military people. And not just there, but to do it, to advise these young ones that are still in service. Because as we are retired, you know, we are not exposed to arms and even personnel. But the advice we can give today is to the young ones that are still in service and even to government also. And it all depends what the advice we give, and we just hope they will take those advices and put it into practice.
Residents of Warakum community of Bassa local government area of Plateau State are decrying cases where suspected ritualists exhume corpses for ritual purposes. The residents, while expressing worry over the development, described the situation as unfortunate. Ado Musa completes the story.
The community, through its leader, Aminu Babayo, explained that when a corpse is exhumed, some body parts will be removed, and in other cases, the graves will be dug and something inserted inside the grave for ritual purposes. He is worried that such could result in a calamity that will have consequences on the generality of the community. Yes, it is true. It is happening. We have been experiencing such activities in our community cemetery. It has happened about 4 times now. Some months back, when a woman was buried, that very night, her corpse was exhumed and certain parts of her body were removed. A few weeks later, another corpse of a teenage boy was exhumed and some parts cut. So, this has been a source of concern for us. Muhammad Arab, a resident of the area, also expressed worry over the incident. He said, "It is sad to see such activities happening in the area. We are not happy with what is happening here. We are praying to Allah to get us out of this problem. It is very, very unfortunate. We are calling on those behind these devilish acts to stop, as this will not bring meaningful development to them and the community as a whole." Babayo, however, called on members of the community to be vigilant and report any suspicious movement in the area. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
The Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, has ordered the arrest and probe of the policeman attached to the popular musician Burna Boy, who was involved in a shooting at Club Cubana, Victoria Island. In a statement through the Force PRO, CSP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, it said that the police personnel alleged and identified in the shooting incident at Club Cubana, Victoria Island, Lagos on Wednesday, June 8, 2022, have been taken into custody and are being investigated for their involvement in the incident. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, has charged Special Forces of Operation Restore Hope II to be more brutal and merciless towards criminal elements carrying arms against the state. The Army Chief gave the charge at the final exercise and graduation of trainees on advanced infantry training, codenamed Exercise Restore Hope II in Kachia, Kaduna State. The report.
The second phase of Exercise Restore Hope was designed to develop a high-density lethal force to address Nigeria's security challenges. The final exercise is a demonstration of tactical maneuver and assault of the enemy's defensive position under effective firepower.
Share fire, close and fire target! Shoot! Amen, we are not kidding.
The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, expressed the belief that the graduates are well positioned to tackle criminal elements.
The training you receive here is to be deployed very effectively against our adversaries. You are all aware about the challenges we are face of insecurity, and you will be the answer to these criminals who call themselves bandits and kidnappers and terrorists. What you deploy here is what you will deploy there, and you send them to God to go and answer for their sins. I have no doubt you are well equipped to do that.
The Army Chief assured of continuous training across Army formations to improve the competence and skills of personnel.
It's our duty to continue training across all our institutions, addressing the emerging security challenges that we are confronting. And we will be so accordingly deployed and will be resourced also and supported to do just that. Like I mentioned, your predecessors have done well. You will do even better. And that's how we expect the training to progress and the achievements to be improved also across all theaters.
The total of 699 infantry personnel drawn from 81 regular intakes were trained and will be deployed in the theater of operations against the nation's adversaries.
Personnel of the Nigerian Armed Forces, police and paramilitary organizations put up a colorful parade at the Eagle Square, Abuja, to mark Nigeria's Democracy Day. The Buhari government adopted June 12 as Democracy Day to honor MKO Abiola, acclaimed winner of the 1993 presidential election. The report.
This parade is put together to honor the nation's return to civil rule and to remember Nigeria's heroes of democracy. Prior to the president's arrival, the Guards had fallen into formation with several general salutes taken to welcome squad leaders and the commander of the Guards Brigade. President Buhari, as Commander-in-Chief, of the Nigerian Armed Forces inspected the parade by members of the military, police, and other paramilitary organizations. The country's former and present leaders believe that the democratic process in Nigeria is evolving and will get better.
Of course, the democracy is in thing. For you to run a modern state, it must be based on democratic practices where citizens should have the right to select whoever will lead them at all levels.
Today, National Assembly has been playing a very significant role in the governance of this country. You know that the National Assembly, the present crop particularly, has done so much in the area of passing very critical legislations, and even the previous National Assemblies have done so much.
You can see the amount of improvement that are being made with the electoral processes, which is one of the fundamental things that we need to do to deepen democracy and to make the contest fair, transparent, and also equitable to the people of Nigeria.
This is a day of celebration. Over 2 decades of unbroken democracy is something that is cheering to us. And for us in the armed forces, we remain quite delighted.
Nigeria returned to democratic governance on May 29, 1999, after decades of military rule. The Buhari government adopted June 12 as Democracy Day to honor MKO Abiola, acclaimed winner of the 1993 presidential elections.
With over 2 decades of democracy in Nigeria, the nation is still taking baby steps in defining the social contract between people and those who personify the state. As Nigeria observes Democracy Day, Trust TV correspondent interrogates the inability of state actors at all levels to fulfill their fundamental purpose through actions or inactions. The report.
Nigeria, like other emerging economies, is grappling with social and economic challenges that are threatening its existence. Nigeria had dreams of bright and prosperous future, better economy, improved standard of living and security when the nation adopted democracy in 1999.
I accept this destiny in all humility and with the full belief that with the backing and support of our people, we shall not fail.
Of the many definitions of democracy, the one offered by Abraham Lincoln that says government of the people, for the people, by the people, is the one that has grabbed the attention of Nigerians. Sadly, there is very little correlation between the ideal and the practice of democracy in Nigeria today. This 12-year-old boy, who is apparently going blind due to lack of medical care, roams streets of Katsina State aimlessly. He said his parents were killed in the Northeast insurgency, which forced people out of their village with nowhere to go. The boy is now responsible for his little brother, who sleeps in the market. Despite being a victim, there is hope deep in his heart that there will come a leader one day that will change the situation of many children like him. For now, even as Nigeria observes Democracy Day, he sees no justice. Democracy practice in Nigeria has been described as hybrid combination of civil rule, militarism, and ethnic jingoism. Thrown into this mix are Nigerians who are increasingly pulling apart, unable to evolve national consensus to solve myriad of challenges or even come up with a common front to effectively contain the heightened insecurity, impunity, poverty, and hunger.
The masses are not helping matters. And that each and every one of us has been corrupted, already corrupted. A system that has been completely brought to the ground. That in fact, human life is worthless. Human blood is nothing.
Observers believe with no common national vision or aspiration that binds citizens, democracy is just a word, and the essence of celebrating a day that has no meaning to its populace is of no use.
They will tell you your government has no value for human lives, that your government has no value for human blood. This is the terrorist saying. Yes, And then look at the way people, and then the shocking part in a democratic dispensation, when people in a woman and then a man in military dress, soldiers were going there into their communities, they were ambushed, slaughtered, and then hacked, and then to date, nothing happened.
For this young boy, his day for celebration will be when he can eat, go to school, and have a roof over his head and his brothers. At the moment, he said, the road is empty, long and lonely. He said he takes each day as it comes.
Still staying with the celebrations, Monday the 13th of June 2022 was declared a public holiday to mark Nigeria's Democracy Day, which was hitherto marked on the 29th of May, but moved to June 12th. The commemoration of the day, which fell on Sunday for this year, is in honor of the acclaimed winner of the June 12 presidential election of 1993, Moshood Abiola. Chamung Dabeng in this report speaks to Nigerians on the nation's practice of democracy. The report.
The 2022 Democracy Day came with little or no fanfare, despite falling on an intense electioneering season. As Nigerians prepare to cast their votes next year, I asked how they feel about the Democracy Day celebration, how Nigeria practices democracy, and more importantly, whether or not they are inspired to cast their votes next year.
Issue of insecurity, we have poverty rates, going high, a lot of things that is very worrisome. So the celebration is not really significant as it should be. You can see that Nigerians are not even feeling that democratic happiness to celebrate the day slated for it.
Is Nigeria truly practicing democracy? Democracy, by the definition, it is widely accepted as the government of the people, by the people, and for the people, and who give people the opportunity to vote and stand and to be voted for. But today, the democracy of Nigeria is just existing by name, because in practical, what we are seeing today is not democracy, but territorialship, or rather dictatorship, whereby it is only those who are in the position of authority that decide which way to go.
I can't wait to see that fateful day. My PVC is at home, hoping to chase some people out of the office. Those people who felt like we have nothing to offer in this society. The time and the hour has come that we will show them that we have the right to determine who is going to be there and who is not going to be there. That era in which they feel like they can do whatever they want, they can rig election, they impact a knowledge in us that our votes are not count, or they will rig election. That era has come and gone. All eyes is open. We are coming out in a massive. As a youth I am coming out there that day to cast my vote.
I think the vote is that young people should go. Don't go to newspaper, don't go to radio, on Telegram, and be catching the boat. Go and get your PVC. You are a citizen of Nigeria. Select the people to vote. But my advice to everybody is that if you want to cast the vote, don't be a vote buyer. Vote for whom you like. Nigeria need a change, and by God's grace, we are going to the level in 2023.
From the responses, some Nigerians feel governments of past administrations have failed to practice true democracy, and as such express the hope that the country will one day practice democracy in the real sense of the word. Chamun Dabeng, Trust TV News, Abuja.
You're watching the news update on Trust Television. Coming up shortly. How graduate becomes employer recycling waste. Details and more shortly. Join us again. Welcome back. This is Trust News Update. Here is a reminder of our top stories. Chief of Army Staff charges Special Forces to be ruthless and on armed groups as he launches Operation Restore Hope 2. President Buhari, former President Jonathan, others attend Democracy Day parade. Moving on, no fewer than 40,000 trainees under the NPOWER of the National Social Investment Program have been trained in various artisanal skills. The beneficiaries graduated from various skills after a 3-month training program under the NPOWER NBuild initiative. Sadia Umar Farouk, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management and Social Development, at the closing ceremony in Abuja, expressed delight with the training, which she noted will help empower the youth for greater productivity. The report.
According to the minister, it is a productive venture to economically advance the living standard of young unemployed Nigerians by empowering them to become tomorrow's employers of labor. She explained that the event was a clear demonstration of her ministry's commitment to collectively address youth unemployment in line with President Muhammadu Buhari's deliberate efforts to empower Nigerian youth and reduce poverty in Nigeria.
It is also worthy to note that the federal government has made an investment on each of these trainees in the above listed trades by acquiring and providing for each of them the required toolkits, safety gears, training consumables to enable them to become and operate as skilled professional artisans and technicians.
Director General of Federation of Construction Industry, Olubumi Adekoje, said the Federation was delighted to participate in the ministry's program, adding that the trainers were trained by international professionals with a focus on construction skills. Team lead of NPOWER, Nsika Kokon, said the trainees conducted themselves properly and as such would be awarded certificates.
We are privileged to be in partnership with GIZ, the organization of government, and they assisted us in training our trainers. If you were here about 2 weeks ago, you would have seen at least 5 expatriates who came from different parts of the world to retrain our trainers. So our trainers are continuously being trained and retrained in how to teach and how to impart knowledge to our trainees.
The trainees that we have here, they are all worthy of the learning, the character, because we have inflicted on them kind of the life skills component of the program.
Speaking on behalf of the beneficiaries, John Gullon thanked President Muhammadu Buhari and Farouk for the passion to address poverty among the youth.
Today, I want to say that we all are very happy and excited for this great privilege, for this great opportunity given to us out of the millions of Nigerians out there who are looking for the opportunity to come and learn skills such as this. I do not take this for granted, and I want to say thank you, ma'am. And by extension, Mr. President, since you are here, we believe he is also here with us. And so we want you to please help us extend our appreciation to him, to say that we are so grateful for what he's doing in our country.
High point of the event was the presentation of certificates to the trainees. The event attracted members of the Council of Registered Builders of Nigeria and other stakeholders.
A 35-year-old graduate of International Relations, Usman Bakau in Adamawa, has taken to plastic waste recycling business in order to avoid unemployment. Bakau has not only beat unemployment, but has become an employer of over 60 youths. He is optimistic that with the necessary support, plastic recycling business will help reduce an appreciating number of unemployed youths. The report.
Plastic pollution has become one of the most pressing environmental issues, as rapidly increasing production of disposable plastic products is almost overwhelming the world's ability to handle. Just 9% of plastic waste ever created has been recycled, researchers estimate. This plastic recycling business in Adamawa has faced a series of challenges ranging from lack of support from appropriate channels as well as stigmatization of those involved in it. However, these challenges, according to Usman Bakau, are not discouraging them from using the trade to assist the government reduce unemployment.
You are developing the society, cleaning the society, giving opportunities to those who have no privileges. Those who are less privileged, living in $1, we're complaining Nigeria have a lot of unemployed, youth, young men and women. So by engaging all these who have who have been already in another field, supporting this program or this particular business, it will support and boost the economic of Nigeria by the grace of God. It's no issue of gender, females are doing it. So even housewives now gathering plastics, they know the problem and it gives them value.
He further called on government at all levels to assist them with modern equipment to enable them continue adding to the economy of the state and nation at large.
I believe if there is support of government, any organization, I think it will really support their business also. Kano and buy, even we can create cups, coolers that our children, young men and women going to school, baskets that we're carrying, we produce here in Adamawa. People from Lagos can come and buy. Why we don't have outside income was, we cannot produce, we only can buy what we can consume.
And away from Nigeria, Saudi Arabia has lifted a mask mandate for indoor spaces, even as COVID-19 infection numbers steadily climb past 1,000 new cases a day after reaching double-digit lows just 2 months ago. Monday's move comes as the kingdom prepares to welcome around 850,000 pilgrims from abroad to participate in the annual Hajj pilgrimage. And that's a wrap on Trust News Update. Watch more by clicking the subscribe button and also connect with us via all social media platforms. I am Ayuba Ile. Thank you for watching.